Sus. Welcome to my Greek kitchen. I'm Maria Nicholas, and today I want to show you one of my grandchildren's favorite things to eat, and that's Greek fry bread, or as they say in Greek, Tiganithes. And to teach them how to make them, I brought them with me today to help me. This is Lucas.
Hello.
Dimitri.
Hello.
And Jacob with his hair in his face. Okay, boys, let's get started. Lucas, why don't you show us the ingredient list?
Okay. You will need 2 cups warm water, ½ cup sugar, 8 cups all-purpose flour, 2 packages dry yeast, 1 tablespoon salt, 3 eggs beaten, 1 cup vegetable oil, and extra oil for frying breads.
Thank you, Lucas. Let's get started. Lucas, why don't you show everyone what the ingredients are before we get started?
Okay, you'll need vegetable oil, eggs, sugar, yeast, salt, warm water, and flour.
Now on the yeast, you can either use 2 packages of dry yeast, or if you have it in bulk, 2 heaping tablespoons of yeast. Dimitri, why don't you pour the yeast into the warm water and mix it for us? Okay, mix it quickly with the fork. Hold the cup with your other hand. Very good. Now that you've mixed it, go ahead and pour it into the big mixer.
Okay.
Great. Now let's add the sugar and we'll give it a little blend. Okay, Jacob, it's your turn. How about beating the eggs for us?
Okay.
Give them a little poke and hold the bowl with your other hand and beat them. That's it. You're doing very well. Now that the eggs are beaten, go ahead, Jacob, and pour them into the mixer. I'll take the fork for you. Great. Now we're going to blend it. Okay, Jacob, now that the eggs are blended well, I want you to pour the oil and the salt in, and we'll blend it again. Right now. Go ahead. Good. And the salt. Okay, thank you. Okay, now that everything's blended, we have to add the flour. And I'm going to cover the mixer so that the flour doesn't fly around. Lucas, how about you starting?
Okay.
We have all of that flour to put in. So put about 3 scoops in and we'll blend it a little bit and then continue. Not so much. Okay, now we've incorporated all of the flour into the dough, and we have to let the mixer mix for about 8 minutes. Okay, boys, the dough is ready. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on the counter and take the dough out of the mixer. Okay, boys, why don't you touch it and see what the dough feels like?
Okay. It's warm.
Feels good. It's warm. Why do you think it's warm?
Can you put warm water in it?
Because we put warm water. Okay, that's enough. Now I'm going to show you what we do. We knead it. To knead it, you go like this and turn it and go like that. You can each have a turn doing that. Okay, why don't you try it, Dimitri? It's kind of fun, isn't it? Okay, Jacob, how about you? Give it a try. Pull it up and push it. Pull it up. No, you pull it from here and push it. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going. Okay, now we have a nice round ball and we're going to put it into the bowl and cover it with a slightly wet kitchen towel for about an hour until the dough rises, and then we'll be ready to form it. Boys, look at how the dough has risen. Wow. Okay, now what we have to do is punch it down and give it a little knead. Does everybody want to try?
Yes.
Just get ready. Okay, punch it down. Whoa. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. The dough is ready. Now I'm going to cut it in half. We're going to work with a half portion first. I'm going to give you each a section. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do with it. Dimitri, Jacob, and Lucas. I'm going to cut a little piece off for me. And what we're going to do is make shapes. You need to use about a piece this big and roll it.
What kind of shapes?
What kind of shapes? I'll show you. Well, you can do any kind of shape you want.
Oh.
But it's nice to do pretzel shapes like that.
How did you do that? Pretzels.
Roll it out.
I can't roll it. It's not good.
Here, look at Lucas. You use the back of your hand. That's it. You got it. Okay, now when you have a long rope, a little bit longer, Dimitri, you can lift the ends up and curl them over. That's it. You got it. And then do the other one. Okay. Then we're going to put them into the pan
Susan G. Komen for the cute.
and let them rise again. Very good, Lucas. That's a nice shape.
Breast cancer.
Just keep going. You can make circles, S's, whatever you want. Okay, boys, we finished making our shapes, and now we're ready to fry them.
Yeah.
Now we're going to start frying, and you should have your oil between 300 and 375. No higher, because if you do, it could spatter and burn. See, boys, you have to be very careful when you're working with hot oil.
Okay.
We're going to put 3 or 4 in at a time and cook them until they're golden brown. As they brown, you flip them over and brown them on the other side. Just remember to keep the oil at that lower temperature, not higher than 375. That's why I have the thermometer there. And after they're all golden brown, then I like to put them to drain on a cooling rack with a paper towel. Okay, boys, I've finished frying all the breads, all the Tiganithes, and now it's time to taste. So let me give each one of you one. And you can put on either sugar and cinnamon or honey, whatever you'd like. Okay, let's get started. What do you want on yours?
I'll have some cinnamon.
Come on, I want to trade you. Can I have it?
Dimitri, you want honey?
Yes.
Okay. Twirl it around. Okay. You want cinnamon or honey?
I have both.
Oh, both. Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm going to.
Okay. Here's the cinnamon. What do you think?
That's delicious.
Delicious?
I haven't tried it yet.
Okay. What do you think, Jacob?
It's good.
Very good? Okay, I think I'll have some cinnamon too. Aren't these delicious?
Yeah.
You know, boys, this recipe is from your great-grandmother's recipe. She brought it from Spati in Greece, and she's handed the recipe down, and now we have it, and we're very fortunate to have this wonderful recipe. And the recipe can be found in my cookbook, Yaya's Favorite Greek Recipes. It's on page 30. I hope you'll all try it and enjoy. With a nice glass of wine. Yes. This recipe and others can be found in my cookbook, Yaya's Favorite Greek Recipes. The book can be purchased at Amazon.com. Kali Orexi. And a little bit of pepper in it. Now while this is heating up, Lucas will finish preparing the meatballs, and then we'll put the meatballs in the hot water and cook it for about 30 minutes. Lucas has finished preparing all the meatballs, and now Lucas, how about putting them in the water that's already boiling? Be really careful as you do it. Good, very good. Try to position them all around the pot. Now these are going to boil for about 30 minutes until the rice is very tender and the meat is cooked thoroughly. And then we'll make the lemon sauce. What do you think, Lucas?
I think that's a great idea.
Okay. You notice Lucas used his hands to put the meatballs in the water. The reason I prefer not to use tongs or anything else is because sometimes they misshape the meatballs. And this way, you know you're going to get a perfectly shaped meatball into the water. We're going to bring this mixture up to a boil for about 30 minutes until the rice is tender and the meatballs are cooked. And then I'm going to lower the heat in about 5 minutes as soon as it comes up to a boil. While the meatballs are cooking, Lucas is going to prepare the lemon sauce. First he'll squeeze the lemon and then beat the eggs. Okay, Lucas, you're a pretty strong boy, so go at it. Okay, Lucas has prepared the lemon juice. Now he's going to beat the egg whites until almost stiff, and then put the egg yolks in and then the lemon juice, and we will have our lemon sauce all ready for the meatballs. Go to it, Lucas. Lucas is now taking the meatballs with